So we're at Ferry Lake, and then there's a bonsai tree in the background there that's been there for many, many years. Naturally planted, been there forever. I'll try to do some history on it. And it's been photographed probably 1 billion times. There is a bonsai tree in the middle of the lake. And it's been there since, well, 30 years or more since you've seen it.
Me, 23.
Yeah.
24.
23, 24 years. It looks neat, the still lake and the reflection on the water. Well, it's turned out to be a pretty good day so far, and there's a few guys that have shown up, and I've got information. So we have one ambulance there, an ambulance there, a bus, there's my rig, and there's Nancy's rig. So yeah, we got ambulance, it's Offhand Unplanned Adventures, their YouTube channel. Where's your lights?
I do like
Oh, you gotta have the master switch on. Oh, you don't have the master switch inside.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew I was doing something wrong.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so you kept. Yeah, I see you kept a lot of the original cabinets, which I love. And the bottom you changed out. I like your sink.
We cut, this was all like this,
Yeah.
all the way
Yeah.
flush. And then we just cut out the holes and
Yeah. Put the doors on.
And
Yeah.
bought these from Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been fantastic.
So you put a few more things into it. I like the color. Your bed slides out.
It does.
Yeah.
All the way
Yeah.
into a clean.
And so you have storage up above there. You have to see mine.
We looked at yours, so
Yeah.
we're thinking about
Yeah.
what we're thinking.
Yeah. And so yeah, and your fridge is up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a Coleman for now because
Okay.
we've been researching
Yeah.
fridges and freezers. So
Yeah.
it's just
Yes, it looks really nice. And you've got the cut through the.
They've got a huge path.
We
Passive.
actually cut, it was completely solid, so we cut
Yeah.
that walkway
Yeah.
through.
I didn't cut mine because the way mine was, and because I have my cat tree, but it's enough for me to go
Yeah.
through, right? And some of them, the tops don't go all the way through. It's different because you've got a different top, right? So every ambulance is a little different. Nancy, you could do this on yours, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I love having, and so I have the barn door that goes across.
we've been thinking about it,
Yeah.
but we like
Curtain,
the curtain
yeah.
idea. Kind of just gives you the
Well, for
privacy.
me with the cats, it was just nicer, right? Then I in and out. So yeah, I love this.
Well, I might as well just cut holes in the.
And I have, you're using the solenoids right now, right? For switching the power, because when you turn it on, you hear this clunk, right?
Yeah, I don't know what Graham did.
Yeah.
He does all the electrical
Yeah, so-
stuff in here, and I just make it look pretty.
I have 2 solid state relays I'm going to give you. That'll save you energy. Okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I changed all my switches to, because those are incandescent bulbs, and I changed all the switches on my back
Yeah.
to, because anything to draw less power, right? All my lights are LED.
Yeah, this one's LED here.
Yeah, but the switches yourself, it's all light bulbs, incandescent, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
They're all
We gotta
Yeah.
get our power situation
They're all
Yeah.
old, but
Yeah. Yeah.
we did what we could to get her on the road
Yeah.
for last. We tried. I think it was the beginning of June.
Yeah.
Because
But
we
looks
didn't get it
good.
out till mid.
Yeah. Okay, well here we have another ambulance. It's converted to 4x4. And we'll go inside. And it's really hard for me to get up in here. Okay, we have a 1991 ambulance that was at a mill site, you said?
Well,
Oh,
it came from Castlegar Fire Department, but before that it was at a mill in southern BC, and before that it was owned by the city of Calgary.
Okay, so I like the controls. It's a little old-fashioned, but kind of cool, and you've repurposed a lot of the controls already, right?
Yep.
For your lights in the front. And you're working on the electrical inside.
So I've got
Yeah.
a solar breaker,
Okay.
the breaker for the solar
Solar
system on
system.
top,
Yeah.
and then the controller,
And-
and then this is an AC controller that I can plug into the shore power
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah. And then the original water. And there was eye wash station you were saying. That,
Yeah, because it was from a mill site, they had an eye wash station inside it.
Yeah.
And that's just mechanical bits
Correct.
and ladder storage.
And then we'll have a quick look inside. Is a working.
Oh, this is where I store my solar panels. So I can take them out of here, lean them up, and then plug them into the front of the van.
But yeah, that's cool. And you're still working on the front inside because it's not really anything done in it yet, right?
Not too much,
No.
no.
So yeah. So,
It's just mostly full of pieces. I've taken the jump seat out, the CPR seat,
yeah.
and resurfaced that. But that's going to be my refrigerator and power bay there.
And you're gonna put a bed in here.
This is going to be the bed.
Yeah.
I have to put an extension on the bed because I'm 6 inches longer than the bed is.
Yeah.
And
don't like
then
your
there's going
feet
to be
coming
two
out.
cabinets
Too
here,
soon.
and then
Yeah. It'll be nice when it's finished. I like to see that when it's done.
you bet.
And yeah. Oh. Another one showed up. It's got a boat on the back. Isn't that cool? And we'll look at Brent's bus again. Oh, you've seen this before. Right. Brent's got his bed in the back. He's got storage under the cushions. His fridge freezer slides back into there. This little sink. And he's got his heater in the back. I kind of like that.
Yep, maybe a bit newer. But we ended up getting this because we
Yeah.
had a friend that was getting rid of it. How to fix it. So
That sure is a cute little bus, and look how clean it is. You
Yeah.
must be going to hang on
First
the
time,
phone.
honestly.
And look at this one.
First time I've cleaned it, Brent, in 3 years. It hasn't
That
been
looks
done
pretty
for
cool.
years, man. I felt bad.
We may have to hide that a bit.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not taking a picture of that.
good.
It's good. You got a solar panel you just hang out to it on, right?
Yeah.
Just plug in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you plug it in?
Plug it into here. And
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. You can put a little, instead of screwing it, put a little socket in there.
Mhm. Yeah.
I hear a diesel. Sounds like Wayne. Beast.
So I met Graham's place, who they're working on his ambulance. We met him last weekend for the first time at the little ambulance meetup, even though we were being messaging back and forth for a long time. And so I'm going to be working some work on his ambulance, some electrical, and we'll just go in. So I'm taking out the solenoid that he uses for house power, and I just showed him this thing draws basically 1 amp per hour. So if he's got that on there for the whole weekend, he's killing half his battery life. So we're going to take this out, replace it for solid state. Then I noticed this connection here going to the fuse panel is not done properly. I don't like this at all. I'll show Graham too. So we're going to clean up a lot of things in here and measure the current draw to make sure he gets the most out of his battery life. I realized I wasn't really taking enough videos, but I've installed the 2 solid state relays that draw milliamps instead of 1 amp to switch. So I have one going to the one power bus bar, the other bus bar, and I'm repurposing the spare switch they had on the control panel. He was using it to power some lights, but I'm going to reuse it. I've got the power here connected to constant 12 volt power here on the output of this breaker, and then I'm going to wire the switch in to turn on the 2 solid state relays. I'm also going to rewire his panel here, put a better cable on, and I'm going to join it all nicely through the split loom and everything else, so it'll all look really good when it's finished. So that's what I'm doing now. I decided to add a ground bus bar on here. Wasn't really happy about the ground, how they have the ground up on here. So eventually I'll get them to switch everything down to here. So I'm going to put a big ground on here so we can control all this, the lights and everything on there will be controlled on the ground bus. So it's getting there. Another hour or so and I should be done. Come on. So Graham's ambulance didn't have a house power switch on the front. So we're going to take up the backup switch out and put a single pole, single throw switch in. And we're going to put some wire onto it, fish it through the back. We have the fish cable back there, coming out here, and that'll go through there. And one side will go to power, and the other side will go to the relays to turn on his house power. Graham and Dana's ambulance finally has an ambulance connect. So we turn on the switch here, and they have power in the back. So that's really cool. I think they're both happy. Yay! So everything is connected back together. Just got to put the covers back on. I'm going to get Graham to do that. He'll have lots of fun with that. And time to clean up the mess. So now they have a house power switch on the back. They used to have this big, huge 250 amp bypass switch. So I was glad to have that, get rid of that. They can turn on their house power from the back or the front of the ambulance. So that's kind of cool. And they have a tap power for the kitchen water pump and for the kitchen light, and have 4 more empty ones for future products. So what do you think?
I think it's great.
That's good.
More power.
Yeah. Well, I finished the work in Graham's and Dana's ambulance. They call it a bus sometimes. I don't get it, but you know, to each their own.
Hey.
And it covers back on. Everything's connected. And there's still some stuff, more work that he wants to do on. So when next time I'm back on the island and I'm around, I'll give him a hand again.